Hello, everybody. Today, I'm going to be talking about an issue that has been the biggest story in the game of golf probably since Tiger Woods came on tour. We don't really see this with any other major sports leagues as the main league is established. I would say, other than football or soccer, there's not really a major sport that has multiple leagues with equal talent and skill base. And we're seeing a change in golf. The PGA Tour has dominated the game of golf, getting all the best players, having the biggest purses, biggest amount of revenue within the game. And we're starting to see a change in that with Live Golf. And just a little bit about Live Golf. Live Golf is a Saudi Arabian based league, and it is run by the CEO and founder, Greg Norman, who formerly played on tour. Many players know him as the Shark. And it's really stirred up a lot of relationships within the game of golf. A lot of tour players have been taking guaranteed money to go to a new format in Live Golf. And a couple perks for the players about Live Golf. Greg Norman wrote this in a Wall Street Journal article that just came out. He's boosting purses, making it so players can earn more money, and he's also structuring it to where there's a pay floor with no cuts for 54-hole tournaments. So players are essentially playing less golf to make more money, and they also get guaranteed money if they don't make the cut. And this has shaken things up a lot because players, formerly, if they weren't at the top of the PGA Tour, they would have to grind their way to get to the top and grind their way just to keep their tour card. And with Live, there's a lot of guaranteed money floating around, and this is a big change within the game of golf. Most other sports, money is guaranteed through contracts. Not in golf, your money is based on your pay. Other than sponsorships, your money is strictly based on how you finish in tournaments. And this has been pretty interesting. And Greg Norman's basically claiming that the PGA Tour has had a monopoly on golf, which they have for the last at least 60 years. They've dominated the game, and he's claiming that the PGA Tour is now mimicking his model of golf with some of their new innovations, as he calls them. So, big thing about Live going on right now is that they've taken a lot of the world's top players they've persuaded them with the guaranteed money, and this has caused the PGA Tour to turn into kind of a scramble of how do we retain these players, how do we keep things interesting on our tour. And it's been pretty interesting to watch all of this drama unfold. I mean, Greg Norman made a good point in his article. He stated that the average PGA Tour viewer in 2017 was 64 years old, while his average TV viewer, he claims, on his Live, which they don't have any TV contracts, so they're broadcasting on YouTube, he claims the average age is 45. So getting more people involved in the game of golf is what he claims for his goal to be. And another complaint that Greg Norman has, which I see this as a very valid point, is that the biggest obstacle is the official World Golf Ranking, which determines not only a golfer's ranking, but his qualifications for the 4 major tournaments and the Olympics. And these rankings heavily influence how much sponsors pay players. It's in their contracts with their sponsors. And he's saying that this ranking system must be independent, as the board is dominated by the PGA Tour, and he's claiming that the PGA Tour is influencing the board's abilities to make independent decisions. And I could see this being a big problem moving forward, as these live players want to be involved in the world golf ranking, and people really want to truly see who the best players in the world are. They don't really care which tour they're on. This is a big issue as it's shaking up the world of golf. It's dividing people and their decisions, and I think it'll be really interesting to see how these tours can coexist.